What's going on, guys? It is Mason of Delfino here today, and I wanted to talk about a very special topic, being the Nintendo Switch that got announced by Nintendo very recently. But first, before we get into that, I want to introduce a very special friend of mine. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Lucas. I'm Mason's friend. He asked me to join the video, and I said yes.
Oh, you said that so casually. That's awesome. Okay. But yeah, so for those of you that don't know Lucas, he was in one of my videos. I would say, geez, it's been a couple years since you were on my channel, I think. But anyway, Flashback Friday, or whatever day that you're watching this, whatever, Flashback Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, I don't know.
I made up that name.
Only 90s kids remember. But no, so basically what we have here is the Nintendo NX. This thing has been like rumored forever. We've been waiting on the edge of our seat for who knows how long, really. According to somebody I talked with earlier, it's actually like since March of last year, I think. And that's, I mean, taking that into context, that's a good while. That's a year and what, 6 months or something like that?
Yeah, like complete.
Yeah, for real. Like, the thing is, I feel like they were more vocal about it in the first like 8 months or so than they were like the last year. And the thing is, I mean, it's releasing in March. That was already confirmed. But did you think it was going to get delayed at all? I mean, like again, I know it got delayed like from this year to next year. But did you think it's going to get pushed to holiday of next year?
I didn't think it would be delayed more. Once I heard it was delayed to March, I thought that was kind of it.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I guess the consoles usually come out November. That's kind of Nintendo's thing recently.
Right. Yeah. So I remember, do you remember in April where they I think I was waking up for work one day and I checked Twitter, and then that was when the investor briefing happened, and they were like, oh yeah, actually we're not even talking about the NX at E3 like Reggie promised the year before. And they were like, it's actually coming out in March of next year. I was so mad. And you know, I was so discouraged because I mean, they kept pushing it back. They wouldn't say anything. They were pushing interviewers away if they had any questions about it. And there was a point up until the last, 3 days or something. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I really feel like they're just going to be so quiet that nothing comes out of this. I feel like it's, whether it's like a big myth, you know, in the big patch of secrets or whatever Nintendo hides, I don't know. Or if it's like, hey, you know, it's coming, but you better wait a while. You know, your skeleton's going to be sitting here with your corpse before it even releases. And it's like, it's been too long. But finally, it got revealed, and I'm super happy about that. Codenamed NX, it is now Nintendo Switch. How do you feel about that name? Do you think it fits?
It does fit the concept, yes. You can literally switch the controller in more than, I don't know how many ways, like 3, 4 ways?
Yeah, no, there is so much variety there, yeah.
Just the way the system is set up, it could be set up in so many ways, which I thought was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm completely sold on the name Switch, though.
Right.
It's kind of, I mean, like, talking to a friend about, hey, you got the Switch?
Yeah, no.
I think it's a little weird, but
it does sound strange.
An awesome name.
No, I feel like everybody was so used to saying that, though, and all of a sudden it's called something else. And I've even caught myself calling it NX all day today. At the time of this recording, I'm sitting there like, oh, I'm making notes for videos and stuff, and I'm like, NX, oh, no, backspace, you know. But it's just so weird to think about it. Like, it's like, what was it? Cafe was the name for Wii U, wasn't it?
Yeah, Cafe, I believe.
Cafe, and then Revolution was for Wii, or was that GameCube? Wii,
no.
Okay. What was GameCube's name? Dolphin, yeah. Dolphin was GameCube. Yeah, okay. Anyway, all the codenames.
The codenames are always just so much better.
So there's so much more interesting, I think. And
NX would have been a great name.
And it kind of matched too. Kind of crossover with the mobile and real world kind of situation. But I mean, home sitting here, whatever, you know what I mean. But I don't know.
Anything is better than Wii U or Wii X. So
I'm glad they got rid of that brand too, because that's just something that needed to go.
They just need to obliterate the Wii name.
Exactly, like the Wii U kind of just started to dig their grave. But I feel like no matter what they do, I mean, we thought we wouldn't be hyped or anything, but they blew everyone away in 3 minutes. The 3 minutes that they shared of information in the last year and a half. Everybody is excited now. Well, most people, I don't know. But, you know, I didn't think I would be hyped, but I am. And here I am wanting to pre-order it right now. But anyway, the trailer was about 3.5 minutes. And, you know, I was very excited for it because, hey, I had to work, of course. So I sped home all the way. And I watched it and I was blown away. And, you know, there's a lot of things that were rumored that actually got confirmed in this thing. Just in this 3 minutes. We learned so much from watching it.
Yeah, a lot of mock-ups, rumors. Everything was almost spot on.
Yeah, I know Eurogamer and Emily Rogers, they nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of backed up their reports, and a lot of people don't think she's that credible. But I mean, after this, I just feel like I'm gonna trust her for everything
Yeah.
because she was the one that also called Paper Mario on Wii U and stuff.
I mean, she's been kind of been the rumor person, I'd say,
Yeah, yeah,
for a while now. I think she's
yeah.
came back around.
She's kind of getting ground with that, if that
Yeah,
makes any
back in the
sense.
game. I think so, I don't
Yeah,
know, was it Wii U or something like that. I remember she'd always have like insight about it, and then she
yeah.
kind of
It's so cool
disappeared.
to see it though. But the thing is, like for me, there came to a point where it's like every single hour or something, like, oh, boom, this is a thing about the
Yeah.
NX, and you didn't know what to believe.
Uh-huh.
And now with her stuff, I kind of feel like she's right because she nailed it. I mean, on the head, I think. It's interesting for me to see how accurate it is, just to be able to have the inside knowledge and not have to share it or anything. I could not keep that a
Mhm.
secret.
Yeah, yeah.
If I had to, I could. But it's like, I would want to tell people, and she finally kind of spilled things up until the last few months. And it's like, it's about time, yeah. But everybody was questioning the credibility because, oh, she's been wrong once, let's trash her for it and stuff. And now it's like, oh, she was right, and now everybody like worships her. But I'm glad she was
Mhm.
right. It's interesting, like she nailed it, so good for her. But anyway, something that was also kind of talked about was, so I actually think it's really funny because the split D-pad, that was a thing people talked about for maybe a week and a half or so. It wasn't very like mentioned, but it was a thing that surfaced on the web for that long, apparently, something like that, maybe a month or so at the very most. But it was like nobody has ever seen Nintendo do a split D-pad on a controller. And I thought that was really cool because they're actually doing that now, I believe. Is it with the like the Joy-Con or whatever it's called?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I know they don't have it for the Pro controller, I think. I think that's just a regular standard D-pad they've always
Yeah,
used. Yeah. It's crazy though because it reminds me of a PlayStation controller, actually, just that one part. But it's just weird to see them go that route, and nobody thought that was real. They just kind of brushed it off, and I'm like, whatever. But I mean, another thing was cartridges. Are you excited about those, or did you prefer discs, or what?
Um, Before I did prefer physical. I liked having boxes, so disc, cartridges, whatever it was, as long
Right.
as I can have a box on my shelf. But I think
Yeah.
now I prefer digital. But I mean, cartridges, like as a home console, I didn't think that
Right.
it'd be a thing. When I thought like a home console cartridge, I'd think of like a bulky Nintendo 64.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking. I mean,
But like,
that's go ahead.
yeah, yeah. I was just gonna say like, now that I see it, it's the main controller is where you plug the game into.
Right.
It's like almost like a 3DS kind of
Yeah,
way. Just put it into the top. So I guess it kind of makes sense.
right. And the thing is, they say that I think it's like the cartridge is a really cool idea. Actually, it kind of brings back old times. But anyway, my point is, they were saying that the main console is actually the LED screen, and I think that's kind of interesting because that's where like I think I would assume at least 50% of the power is because
Yeah.
all the dock is for is to put it on the TV and charge it and stuff.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's just cool to see how like the portability. There's no gimmick with this. Like that's like a gimmick in itself for Nintendo.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this is only like the screen. You do not have to use it for anything if you don't want to. It is literally for portability, and I love that. And I mean, the Wii, it was like, hey, we can move this around and motion controls happen. And then the 3DS, hey, we're 3D and have two screens still. And
Yeah, this
now the
kinda
Wii
gets
U,
rid of
hey, we have it. Yeah.
all that.
Every generation they had something to like spice up, and they always advertised that and that alone. And I don't know about you, but do you ever use the 3D on your 3DS? Because I don't.
Yeah, not at all. I
No.
use it probably. Maybe if I try a new game, I'll turn it on for like a second. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool, and then turn it right back off.
Yeah, no, I remember right when I got it, that was all I used. But then I'm like, yeah, like after about a week and a half, I'm like, yeah, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was cool for what it was, but it wasn't anything mind blowing looking back.
Mhm.
But I love the simplicity of it. It sounds so like cliche because, I don't even know. It blows my mind though how like the controller options too. I love that. It's just so cool.
Yeah, like I've just been wanting a unified like ecosystem or a system just itself. I've
Right.
been wanting the Wii U and 3DS to connect more together,
Yeah.
and that obviously didn't happen. So now that we just have one system, that's basically a handheld and a portable. It's just I like it a lot more.
Yeah. And another thing to also talk about is the Mario Kart game and Splatoon on
Mhm.
that. Are you thinking those are ports or remasters or sequels or what? Like,
Well, at first, I didn't know the specs of it. I didn't know what was powering it, so I
right.
first assumed compatible. Like on the base, maybe
Yeah,
there's a disc reader, or
exactly.
maybe they just read digital games for the Wii U, or like the cartridge was a 3DS cartridge, which now I know it's not. But then I realized after I guess we'll get into it a little bit later, the the chip on it is not the same architecture as the Wii U, so that
Okay.
means the games won't be compatible at all unless they do a lot of work to it, which I doubt they'll go through. So I'm
Right.
guessing they're either like it's either a new game with similar kind of graphics or just a port with new features. Because as you saw, like you brought up Mario Kart, it looked like Mario Kart 8, but it had
Yeah.
King Boo.
And two items. That's the thing now. You can
Yeah,
hold
two items
two
as
at
well.
once.
Yeah,
You know, that also made me think about what if they added a double dash mode? You know, the double items, double
yeah.
cards.
Like if it's a Mario Kart 8 port, Mario Kart like Mario Kart 8 port with new features in it or new
Yeah.
DLC.
See, that's what I think they're kind of going for because the Splatoon thing also, we'll talk about that also. They have new hairstyles, new weapons, I think was also shown.
Mhm.
And they were also saying a new map was also in there. I can't tell the difference between one back from the map from the other.
Yeah,
So it's like they
I
all look
didn't
the
know
same to
anything
me.
different with that.
Right. But I mean, of course, in the main map itself, you can tell. But from the intros, it's like, they all kind of look the same. But I mean, I've seen people say they think it's like a sequel. I think it's too soon for that, personally.
Yeah.
But same with Mario Kart. It's not Mario Kart 9. I can
Mhm.
almost guarantee that. But I mean, it's nice to see they're still adding stuff to it, especially for all the DLC Mario Kart guy. That's
Yeah.
insane. And
I
King
think.
Boo is playable, like you mentioned. That's awesome. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. If I were to guess, I think they're trying to get Wii U's main big titles at least ported over to have as launch titles for the NX.
Right. See, and that's not a terrible idea because more people that buy the NX most likely didn't
Yeah.
have a Wii U for the 13 million people that even bought it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it kind of screws people over that did have a Wii U. But I
Mhm.
mean, if there's new features, it kind of makes up for it in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know if a new character, a map, or something on Mario Kart is going to make up for a $60 purchase or however much they're going to be.
Yeah.
But you never know. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see and watch it unfold, kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited. And with
Yep.
all the third party support too, there's a lot of that.
Yeah. There's a lot of
I
third
mean,
party members on board now, which I think is pretty
I
cool.
saw,
Are they gonna stick
yeah,
with it?
I hope. I mean, I don't want another Wii U, but I feel
Mhm.
confident with this. I think Nintendo feels confident, so therefore everybody else kind of
Yeah.
joining in with them. But the Wii U, I mean, they had the idea for it. They just didn't market it good. And,
Yeah.
it's
They learned completely
yeah,
from
I'm
mistakes.
glad because
Yeah.
now, as of right now, they have Bethesda, EA, Konami, TT Games, Capcom, Bandai Namco, Sega, Activision, Atlas, a lot of developers.
Mhm.
And I was counting them right before this recording. I counted at least 30 something, I think, and then like we started, but I lost track because I got distracted. But that's a lot to start out with,
Yeah.
apparently, or obviously. But I don't
And
know.
even
I'm
just
just
like
excited to
having
see what it's all
Bethesda.
about. Yeah,
Just having,
but
I believe before Bethesda pretty much said they're not going to support Nintendo in like near future at all,
yeah.
and look where they are now.
Yeah, for real. All right. So, is there anything else you would have mentioned? Any pointers or tips or anything you noticed while watching the trailer or anything like that?
Um, actually, I liked how, like I was saying, the marketing actually they learned from their mistakes. I liked
Yeah.
how they didn't include any children in the trailer at all.
Yeah. No, that was something interesting too. I forgot to
Yeah,
mention that. Yeah. It's
because
like
like
they're good. I was gonna
yeah,
say like marketing to their nostalgic fan base instead of the kids,
yeah,
but
yeah, like the Wii U, they market like every commercial had kids in it, and from an advertising standpoint, it makes no sense.
yeah.
You're advertising towards kids, but when the kids watch it, they think it's for little kids. Like kids don't think of themselves as kids.
Right.
I want to see little kids playing because then that makes them feel like little kids, even though of course they are. But and then when you see like an adult watches it, they're like, oh, this is for kids.
Yeah.
Adults don't want it because it's meant for kids. They wanted to make a family and kids, and they went on with that for quite a while. So that kind of messed them up.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see it all. How the demographic compare. Like, obviously, I'm excited to see that too. Just to
Mhm.
see the range, like people, like consumer wise. Like, I mean, of course, a lot of people bought. I'm not gonna say a lot because it's like the worst selling system Nintendo's had. But the Wii U, I mean, I bought it day one. I was 14 or something at the time, and I was excited
Mhm.
for it. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, I don't know how many people are gonna buy this. I didn't think about those kinds of things when I was 14. But it's like looking back now, we kind of understand the range that it kind of was pointing towards. Because everybody in the commercial, like you were saying, we're all children. It's like we're the type of people that get weird looks when you say, "Oh yeah, I'm playing Mario Kart." Everybody's like,
Yeah.
"What?" Like,
Yeah.
you're really playing that? Like, and then since the all cool kids are gonna be in the commercials now, oh yeah, man, I'm enjoying you, you know.
Exactly.
But I don't know. Yeah, it's funny, I think. But
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like Nintendo kind of has their head on a little straighter than normal with this, and I'm not
Mhm.
gonna say anymore because I don't want to jinx it. But I'm not sure. I'm just excited to see what happens.
Yeah, and I like how they kind of hit the. They didn't go just for the hardcore. They didn't even go for hardcore like gamers at all. They
Right.
kept it like casual young
Yeah.
adults. What they're trying to hit. They
Right.
don't have to go like the Wii U. People were saying, "Oh, go market towards the hardcore gamers." There's no hardcore games on the Wii U, and NX, I should say Switch probably won't either. Like as much as another system, let's say. But
Yeah.
it's like you're hitting like everybody. They're not just towards one demographic,
Right.
which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, the concept is nice. The games are all right, so as far as we know. But yeah, man, I don't know. But is there anything else you want to mention before we head off of here?
I think that's it.
I think that's it. All right. Well, I guess for all of you watching, thanks for listening. Let us know what you think of the Nintendo Switch down below in the comments. Are you excited for it? Are you despising it? I don't know. You know, just let us know because I'm interested. I don't know if Lucas is or not. He's just here for the recording. But no, I mean, it's going to be cool to see. I'm excited to see what happens, and I guess that's it. But Lucas, thank you for joining. It was very fun. We'll have to do it
Thank you
again
for having
sometime.
me.
Yeah, no problem. But all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We will talk to you next time.
See ya.